Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our Saints talk on this beautiful fall evening. If you haven't already, submit your questions in the live chat and we will get those going. But before we start, we're just going to do some introductions. So we're going to go around the little chat room, go over our name, year, and major. So for starters, my name is Stephanie. I am a junior here and I have a double major in marketing economics and a minor in women and gender studies. We can go on to you, Nick.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Kluge, class of 27, and I'm a criminal justice major participating in the 3-2 law program with Albany Law.
Hi, I'm Nevier. I'm a junior and I'm a social work major.
I can go next. Hi, I'm Emma. I'm a junior and I'm a health science major.
Hi guys, my name is Kartik. I'm a sophomore and my major is business analytics. I'm also a minor in econ and I'm also doing the pre-law certificate.
All right, beautiful. So we're just, again, add any questions that you have into the chat. We're going to filter them and go through. For starters, what's the vibe like on campus? I'll start answering this myself. I would say pretty energetic if I had the best word for it. Throughout the week, there's always like so many events going on and so many people just to talk to. So I would just say energetic.
I would say homey. I think if anyone has been on campus, you can tell just by stepping onto campus that the campus layout and atmosphere just gives off the homey vibe. And as soon as you start as a student, you feel it from day one.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I would also say like a huge sense of community kind of going off of that. Like you can talk to professors nonstop about their subject of like study or just like any subject at all. I had a 45-minute conversation with my advisor today about Siena, Italy and why I'm excited to go. Like it's just one big like family and community.
The next question that we have is from Lucas. He said that he plays football and lacrosse and is wondering if there are any opportunities to play here on campus. If anyone would like to answer that.
So I can definitely answer that. We offer intramural flag football here. It's a great way to meet new people and continue playing the sport you love. As for lacrosse, I know I played it in high school. There's nets up here if you ever want to shoot, but we do not yet offer club lacrosse, but it's something that I'm trying to start.
Yeah, we have a D1 lacrosse team, so that is an option, but you do typically get recruited for that. But on top of that, there's a bunch of other intramural sports and club sports. We have over, I believe, 90 clubs on campus now. So there really are a bunch of athletic, academic, and social clubs to join.
Yeah, to add on to that, I'm not to shout out, but my own club. I'm also part of the Ultimate Frisbee team on campus. We are actively looking for new people to join. So, like before I joined Siena, I've never touched a frisbee in my life. So we're looking for all skill levels, no matter like if you've played before or not. So, and I'm sure like all the other clubs out there at Siena are the same. Like we take all skill levels. So don't be shy. Just if you're interested, just go try it out. If you don't like it, you don't have to continue. So don't be shy. Go try out all the different clubs on campus.
100%. Our next question is from Emma. She said, "How do I know if I picked the right college?"
I can answer this one. For me, it was right when I stepped in on move-in day. I was very overwhelmed, as anyone would be, because you're going to a new place and all of that, and you're maybe meeting your roommate for the first time. Not for me. I met her during an accepted students day and all of that. Ain't that right, Nev? But it was like right when I got there, all of the upperclassmen that were helping me move in, like stopped and talked to me and like were basically just like asking where I was from, asking where my room was and all of that. And then I do a summer camp over the summer. Nick's actually wearing our merch, Saints camp, and oh, Kartik is too. Guys, I didn't get the memo. I'm sorry. But basically my leader and like one other of the other leaders, they recognized me and they like ran to me and they were like, "Can we have a room tour?" And I just felt like so calm after that moment and I felt like at home and I've never felt any different since then. So it's kind of right when you feel at home and all of that.
To add on to
I
that, oh,
oh,
you can
Ooh.
go. You can. Yeah, it's fine.
um, I I noticed as soon as I came back for an accepted students day, so quick plug in next week on November 8th, we have an open house, so come to our, events. They're a great way to get onto campus, but I came for an accepted students day and the director of admissions recognized me. She just started conversation, and as soon as I started talking to her, I knew that I was at the right place, because everyone was just as outgoing as I am, and that is very hard to match sometimes. But later into my freshman year, I just realized you could find any type of person you need in the moment, and really everyone's just here for you, which is exactly what I wanted and found in my college.
To continue to what they were both saying, I'm also a commuter. So when I first joined Siena, like I was a little afraid of how it might look like because I don't have a place to stay on campus, like a dorm or like there are obviously commuter spaces and stuff, but I was still a little afraid on how it would be. But what my the moment when I realized I chose the right place was the sense of belonging that I felt immediately when I joined different things. Like I joined the ultimate frisbee team. I joined my business frat on campus. Like when I started meeting more people, all the like the welcoming feeling that everyone provided made me feel at home instantly. And that's when I realized that I made the right choice by coming to Siena.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna add in a little here. I know my Siena journey isn't the same as the other people here. I actually never went to an accepted student stay and I never toured. On the deadline, I actually drove through Siena and literally just by being here, seeing how beautiful the campus was, and actually talking to people from my area, such as Steph Davis, they provided a lot of insight onto the vibe of the campus, how it kind of just is here, and that's what brought me to Siena, and I knew I made the right decision.
Beautiful. Our next question is, how are the dorms? Is it close to the cafeteria, and can we cook in the dorms? So that's kind of like three questions. Um, I'll start off a little briefly. The dorms are kind of, I would say, split into like two sections. You have Hines, Hennepin, um, Padua, and Bryan all on like one side. That's mostly freshmen, sophomores. Those are really close to Saga and Casey's and kind of the main hub of campus. A little bit separated away are juniors and seniors in Snyder and then our townhouses. Um, the fun thing about Snyder is it's actually attached to a dining hall called Masery, so you're always close to food. And yeah, for cooking in the dorms, there's like central cooking areas, but they're not like as intense until you get to the houses. They don't really trust us with the ovens quite until we get a little bit older. So, if anyone else wants to add.
Yeah, there's one dorm building that has a full kind of kitchenette in it. It's Padua. It's right in the center. It's actually between two of the freshman dorm buildings and really close to Plasman, our third freshman dorm building, and Hennepin as well. I know last year I would buy a lot of the frozen cookie packs, and my boyfriend and roommate and I would all go and to the Padua kitchen, make cookies, and then have to track them back to Hennepin and all of that. But it's so worth it. It's just a small one. It literally just has like an oven, a stovetop, and a vending machine in there. So, oh, and a sink. But yeah.
Beautiful. Our next question is, any thoughts on the rugby club team? Anyone have any insight
Oh,
on
Nev,
it?
I think you can answer that too.
I was gonna say I can start with answering it. So I actually just started on the women's team this year, and we work really closely with the men's D1 team as well as their club team. So they do a lot of their practices. They'll do every practice together. It's a very, very great club to be a part of because one, you get a really great community. They do a lot of team things together. but you also get a really strong alumni connection, which is great for future connections and all of that. But those are future things you guys don't have to worry about. As for playing on the team, um, they're just so fun. It's a great way to be a part of a team. And the coaches are just amazing. Great team to be a part of.
Beautiful. Okay. Thomas asked, is there any intramural baseball team? You guys are the sports. I don't do sports here.
Okay, so there is no intramural baseball team. However, there is a club baseball team that also accepts all skill levels. You just have to be gritty and put the time into it. But we do offer intramural softball, so that's always fun. It's co-ed. Again, great way to meet new people and continue playing a sport you love.
Emma asked, where do you study on campus?
I can actually start with that. As a commuter, I actually try to study in various places. Uh, like when I first started at Siena, it would be at the library. The library has a lot of cubicles and individual spots where you can either just be by yourself and study, or there's also group setting areas like larger tables where you can all sit in a group and study. You can also book a private space and study in there. So library's a great place to start. Second spot would be like if it's nice outside, I would sit outside in the benches. There are like a lot of benches around campus, and you can like sit there and study when the weather's nice. Third spot, and personally, I've been using that a lot this semester, is classrooms. Like eventually, you'll see like in the evening time, there's like a lot of empty classrooms in the various buildings. So I'll just go into like an empty classroom, and then I'll just be by myself and study. And if anything, I can use the whiteboards as well, like the whiteboard behind me or anything like that, to just write stuff on the board and study like that. So there's like a lot of spots. You're not committed to one. You're not like you're not you don't have to like stick to one. You can experiment. Whatever works for your studying habits. You can also study in your dorms. But I feel like for me personally, I need to be like outside my room or like outside my house to study. So I you get all my studying done before I go back home.
Any
Yeah,
other?
to piggyback off of that, definitely freshmen do not start off the year by studying in your dorm. You will get nothing done. It will be way too comfy. However, my personal favorite, fourth floor of Siena Hall, there is a stocks room, that has like the dual monitor setup. So I like doing my studying there.
I'm actually in my favorite study spot. I do have to fight some people to get in here sometimes, but I do call it the fishbowl. It is literally just a room of windows and all of that. I do sometimes write on the windows. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I just take an expo marker and write on them, and then I run into the bathroom straight across and get like a paper towel and wipe it down. The people before me did not do that, but you know, this is one of my favorite spots because I feel like people who are studying outside of it are watching me, and I have to study because like they're watching me and all of that. So I have to look productive for them.
My favorite spot is so all of like you'll notice if you guys ever when you guys come onto campus, all of the professors' like offices are near all of the classrooms. So in the social work department, they kind of have a little square and like couches in the middle. It's called the social work commons. There's a lot of plants and like it's just very calm up there. So that's where I'd like to go to study.
Beautiful. I love to study in my office. I'm the president of Student Events Board, so I'm very blessed to have this space. But before my Student Events Board days, I would always go to the third floor of the library where it is dead silent up there. The library is split into different voice levels. So at the bottom, it's like group work, or yeah, at the
Yeah,
bottom it's loud. Middle it's like normal level, and then at the top it's dead silent. So I would always go up there and get a lot of stuff done. One time I wrote a 10-page paper in like 2 hours. It was kind of crazy. Anyway, Maggie said, what is campus life like on the weekends?
We are a wet campus, so we do allow alcohol, but you have to be 21 over to consume or own any sort of alcohol here on campus. I feel like that's just a common rule at a lot of schools. They do heavily enforce that. But all of the alcohol usually stays on the upperclassmen side of campus, as I like to call it. It's where all of the townhouses are and all of that. My freshman year, I just recently turned 21, so before this, I wasn't really going out or anything, but I would have a lot of movie watch parties on a giant projector screen in my dorm last year. I lived in a quad, so we turned one room into a living room and just had a giant projector, and we would watch a bunch of movies, and it was like one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. So there's always something to do that doesn't necessarily pressure you into drinking when you don't feel comfortable doing that.
And the other great part about our campus is even though we have such a small class size, so you'll get that really nice weekday vibe. We have D1 sports, so there's pretty much, if not at least like 3 sporting events going on one singular day. So there is plenty to watch. And it's honestly the best in the fall because you could go to a rugby game, a lacrosse game, and then a soccer game all in one day. It's pretty fun. So yeah.
There's also a lot of events that's being held on the weekends. Like I'm sure Steph can tell you about all of this. Uh, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. If there's something going on like every Saturday, yeah, there's always an event going on Saturdays. So usually involves food. So you'll catch me there. I would love. I always hit up the free food spots. Um, so yeah, there's always something to do on campus. If anything, there's a lot of places outside of campus which you will have access to because if you're a student here, you have free CDTA bus transportation. You can go to the malls. You can go to like Target. I'm pretty sure, and there's just a bunch of things to do around here. You're not you once you get here, you will see that there's actually a lot of options, and depending on your interests, you can do what is good for you.
Yeah, and I want to chime in a little bit. Obviously, during the day, so many activities to do. I know me personally, I really like to get a group of guys and go to the turf and play spike ball, go to the quad, throw a football, throw a baseball, anything. And then nightlife, Emma touched on it. We do have a nightlife. More centralized on the west side of campus, upperclassmen housing. But there's always opportunities to go out and have fun. But it's just as okay to stay in for the weekend and have a nice time with your friends.
Beautiful. Yeah, there's definitely always stuff to do around here. There's lots of days that we guarantee events. Wednesdays, we have our Saints Days. That's a guaranteed event. Thursday nights and Saturday nights. How many times did you change your major if you did? I personally added a major. That's not really the same. So, and
Um, I changed my major, but I changed it before I came to Siena. So I toured Siena and I came as a science education, I think. Clearly didn't stay long. But I wanted to be a science teacher and I came onto campus and I kind of was just touring around, talking to a bunch of different professors. And I actually ran into a social work professor and we chatted for a little bit. Um, and it was super easy to you just filled out, I'm pretty sure it was a Google Doc form, that they can send you. Nothing really changed too much. Again, I changed before I even started, but the best part is, if you don't know what you are wanting to do right now, you can stay undecided up until the end of your sophomore year, which means you can kind of see around campus, kind of see what you're interested in because you're going to meet a lot of people with a bunch of different interests. And I really learned a lot of different majors when I came to Siena. So just keep your options open, and you really aren't going to make the wrong choice no matter what you decide.
To add on to that, I like Steph said, I actually added a minor in my pre-law cert. I came in as just a business analytics major, but I added a econ minor in my pre-law certificate. Um, to talk about the undecided part of it, there's a like since we're a liberal arts school, there's like a lot of requirements that we also have to meet on top of our majors. So if you're going undecided, the first couple of semesters, you're just taking those liberal arts uh, required classes, and it gives you an opportunity to explore various parts of various different majors, various different fields, and it gives you an opportunity to see what you're interested in. So don't feel like you're confined to the major that you pick when you come into the school. You can, if you don't want that pressure, you can come in as undecided, or you can come in and there, like your advisors will actually help you out in on this. Like you can change your major very easily. So don't worry about trying to pick the right choice when you're getting in, because telling you, like, there's a lot of people that feel the same way. You're not alone. So it's a very common feeling to not know what you're doing right out of high school. So uh, don't feel like you have to make the right choice. Don't feel pressured to make the right choice coming to Siena. You can come, and there's a lot of people willing to put in the time and effort to work alongside you to help you find what's the right fit for you and get you the right opportunities.
Agreed. Beautiful. Natalie asked, what is move-in day like, and what are the dorms kind of like? Emma and I can quickly talk about this because we are both same orientation leaders, so we
I
help
just want to
out.
throw out one word.
Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
so fun. That's my
It
one
is.
word.
It
So
is.
fun. So fun.
You don't have to be an orientation leader to help out too, but a bunch of volunteers come and we play music and we move you guys in, and it's so exciting and so much fun, and we literally load your stuff from your car right to the outside of your dorm. And yeah, it's a super easy process as a first year. Unfortunately, you only get that as a freshman, but still, it is very fun and very exciting. Vibes are great that day. Honestly, my favorite day of the year.
Same
And
here.
yeah,
Honestly, my favorite part of freshman move-in is the fridge competition, I like to call it. It is a competition between all of the move-in volunteers, especially the Saints, like your orientation leaders. Like, it is the best thing ever. It's to see how many fridges you take in one day and your time shift. And I think there was like one person that got like 40 fridges in one day. And I was really like, you're lying. Like, it's crazy, but that's my favorite part. I don't participate, I don't do heavy lifting like that, but I like to keep track for other people.
yes. What are the freshman dorms like?
Oh, you can go.
No, you can go first. You can go first.
So I like to say open door because one, you're gonna see a ton of open doors, but two, it really feels like you're walking into a bunch of open doors. So the best part about freshman year is a lot of people will get door stops to keep their door open. It's one, the best way to meet people, and two, you're gonna be doing orientation with a lot of people in your hallway, out of your hallway, and it's just really nice to have your door open so that people can come in and see. Um, but there's always going to be like music playing. There's always going to be laughter. It's just so fun. My best advice is no matter where you end up, um, just make sure you make your dorm homey. That's the best way to kind of ease the transition a little bit. But yeah, just so fun.
Yeah, I agree. Incredibly fun. It's really important that you have that open door policy to really allow you to meet people within your hallway. I know this year we made a hallway group chat is a great way to, if anyone's solo and wants to grab food, you don't have to go door knocking. But freshman dorm life can be a little hectic, but you got to make the most of it.
Agreed. Leia asked, in what ways do you see the Catholic faith on campus beyond Sunday Mass?
I can briefly talk about this. There's mass every single day at 12 p.m. You have a friar that lives in residence with you. I remember freshman year, Nev and I got our room blessed by our friar in residence. He was walking around and like just blessed our room. There's so many religious courses that you can take. You can also just talk to the friars. Like, I have never met a friar who does not love to talk about why they chose to be a friar, their religious faith, anything like that. There's also Bible study. You can join to be like a lecture person, like the people that read at Mass. You can just join to go for the rosary or for like devotions and all of that. Like, there's so many things that you can do besides Mass strictly on Sundays. There's also like 4 different Mass times on Sundays as well. So it's open to everyone on the public, which is really nice.
Yeah. How social would you say that the people at Siena are?
I can talk
Incredibly.
about, yeah, definitely social. Like, I've from the most of the people I've interacted with are like willing to talk to like easily, especially since for me, I joined midway, like I joined spring semester, like started Sienna spring semester, did not know anybody. So uh definitely now I have like a big friend group with like a lot of people from various different areas, and that's only because this community that Siena has developed is very welcoming to all people. I've I would definitely say very, very social. Uh, and it's also, since it's a small campus, it invites a community, uh, like that community and that homey feeling that everyone has already touched upon here. Uh, and that's only possible because everyone in Siena's community, it believes in Siena and its values. So yeah.
Yeah. How does Siena support first year students and their transition from high school to college life?
Um, I can answer this one. So, not just speaking first year students, we have a lot of support systems around campus that any student can go to, but I do recommend getting into them as early as freshman year. Just to name a couple, we have the Writing Center, which can help with any essay, academic success. I'm trying to fire them off, which can help with tutoring. Your advisor, which can help with anything like looking into your future, kind of how you want to divide your time at Siena, how you want to make your schedule. But for first year students, there's a lot of different classes you can take. So one that I took as my freshman year was Siena 101. I recommend everyone trying to get into that class because it literally pretty much dumbed college down for me in the best way possible. They told me how to do my registration, like what I need to prepare for, and they even told me things for senior year. Granted, I don't remember all of them, but it was really nice. But you will be supported every step of your way here.
100%. Our next question is from Leia, and she said, "Is it hard to have more than one major or a major and a minor?" I I could take this one. I came in with a lot of credits. I came in as a second semester sophomore in credits, so that kind of did help me get another major and a minor. Um, but I think beyond that, I don't find it too difficult. The advisors help you lay out everything so that you're taking a combination of easy and difficult classes and you're not too overwhelmed. Um, and yeah, Kelly, I don't know if anyone wanted to add to that. Kelly asked, "Are there activities on campus each weekend?" We kind of did touch on that a little bit. Um, Emma asked, "What made Siena different from other schools when picking a college?"
I can start with that. I would say I would start right in the classrooms. Classroom size is very small. Like, not like compared to other colleges, it's not, you're not gonna find a lecture room here. You're not gonna find like 100 kids to one professor. You're not gonna find like a big lecture room. The professor's gonna know your name by like the second week. Uh, and that's the type of interaction that I wanted, and I'm really happy that I came to Siena because of that. Because you can get the individualized help that you need. Like, you can accommodate to your studying habits because the classroom size is small, and you can get the attention that you need. It is very, very important uh, for students that to get the help that they require. So that is one of the major points, is that the classroom size is very small.
Beautiful. Next question. How's the food in the dining hall, and are there other food locations on campus?
Okay, so I'm a very picky eater, and Saga is really good at rotating like almost constantly the food they have in there. you're always going to find something that you like. And then I know freshman year, my friends and I would trek to Masry across campus for their buffet style dinner. So that was always great, but there will always be something to eat, and that's coming from an extremely picky eater.
I agree. There's also a bunch of local places that are in walking distance. There's like Bellini's Counter, Five Guys. I walked to Bellini's Counter in like 40-degree weather on my birthday because that's what I wanted my freshman year. Also, going off of Masry, I have my really sad melted ice cream from Masry that I was eating on my way here. But like they just have so many things. Like they have like pasta nights, taco nights. Like there's just so much diversity in food, and there's also a nutritionist and a dietitian on campus that you can talk to if the meals here don't work for you.
Beautiful. Our next question was, how is dining with allergies? So
Boom, answered your question for you. There's a
answer.
nutritionist, dietitian. They give you their information during your orientation, and you can also reach out to them before you even step foot on campus, like before you even commit to Siena, and just talk to them. You just look up Siena nutritionist, she'll pop up.
And
Yeah.
then the one thing to add to that is when you walk into the dining hall, there'll be like kind of screens that shows everything that's being serving, and next to the screens, it'll show all of the dietary restrictions. So there's never going to be anything unknown. And then we also do have a clarity station, which will be free of the top 9 allergens. So if you do want to eat there, you can eat there, but definitely recommend meeting with the dietitian.
Yeah, and a quick plug for them, follow the Sienna Fresh Instagram. You can see all the fun stuff that we have right before you come on campus. They do a lot of fun programs. Our next question is from Juliana. She asked, Nev, how's the social work program?
I honestly love it. I could talk about it forever, so my face just lit up. So just to kind of give a brief, like, little plug, the social work professors are so just they are there for you as a person, because at the end of the day, that's what our job is gonna end up being. So really, we get a lot of mental health help. The classes aren't very lectury. They're a lot of kind of hands-on and like working, kind of role playing for casework. Um, I feel so supported in this program. It's amazing. And the best part is we do also have a master's program, so I can keep my professors for my master's year. So I could talk about it forever, but really love the program. So yeah, sorry.
We love that. Our next question, I guess we can kind of go around and kind of shout out one or two for each of us, but what are the most interesting clubs or campus activities done at Siena? We'll just each go around and say it quickly.
Cricket
Habitat for
club.
Humanity. Oh.
Cricket club. Okay. Cricket club. Nev. Sorry.
I said Habitat for Humanity because of Mr. Siena and then our spring break service trip.
Habitat, spike ball, and like Colleges Against Cancer. Those are my top 3. I don't play spike ball, but I go to all of their matches and all of their meets and kind of do their like score stuff for them.
For me, it has to be Ultimate Frisbee. Most of my friends come from Ultimate Frisbee, and it was genuinely one of the best choices I made once I came to Siena.
Surprisingly, mine is student events board. Love events here. But on top of that, I would also say Saints being an orientation leader. And then also my freshman year, I was really big into outing club. So if you guys like hiking, skiing, all that, great choice. Next question. How did you guys get your roommates? And did we do like a roommate compatibility quiz?
So my freshman year, my roommate spilled tie-dye on me at an accepted students day, and I turned to her and I was jokingly like, "Oh my god, like that means we're roommates." And then Nev's been stuck with me ever since. So that's how I met my roommate. But there also is a compatibility quiz that you can kind of take. Do not lie on it. That is my biggest suggestion. No matter what school you go to, do not lie, because if you lie, you may get put with like just somebody who does not match your vibe and energy and all of that. But you can also reach out on Facebook pages, Instagrams, locally, anything like that. It is probably super easy to find a roommate. Mine was just luck of the draw, you know?
Beautiful. Haley asked, why did we choose Siena?
I chose Siena because as soon as I stepped onto campus, something felt right. And I kind of explored a little bit, kind of looked at all the different buildings, and you gotta come see it for yourself. It's a different feeling when you step onto campus, but everyone talks to you, everyone makes you feel welcome. And like I said at the beginning, it just gives off a home feeling, and it's amazing to make it your own home.
I chose Siena because once again the classroom size, like the student to professor ratio was really good, and I really like the law program here. Like we have a great team for anyone interested in law. Nick knows this as well as he's in the 3-2 program. So those were the main two reasons that I came to Siena.
I like to say that this is my home away from home. I'm from Boston. It's 2.5 hours away, and I sometimes dread going home just because I miss Siena so much in those times being away. All of my friends, like I am friends with literally everyone in this call right now from one thing or another. And so like I just love all of the people here and like I said, this is my home away from home.
Yeah, so I toured a lot of beautiful colleges and universities, but like I said, my Siena process isn't the same as theirs. When I stepped foot on campus, I was wowed. It was so beautiful. Um, and then coming here, especially, I'm a criminal justice major, the 3-2 law program we have here with Albany Law. You won't find another program like it. I think there's two total, and the Siena and Albany Law is one of them. And it's just fantastic being here.
I chose Siena for various reasons. Like on paper, Nick and I are only 2.5 hours away, so that was kind of enough for me to be like, I'm away from my parents, but I'm not too far in case I get in trouble. And then for other reasons, like we had a great marketing program, and that's what I originally came in for. And then on top of that, kind of what everyone else said, like when I stepped foot on this campus, I was like, this is home. Like this is where I'm going to spend the next 4 years. I toured colleges and universities with my older brother, and Siena just felt so much different. And yeah, I'd like to say that I really didn't start living until I came to Siena. And I truthfully mean that. Like all my friends are here and my family now. So yeah, I love it here. Could talk about it all day. Next question. Do we have any nursing majors?
No, but my roommate is a nursing major, so I can answer any question. And I work very closely with the nursing program, being a health science major. So, is there a specific question or just?
No, just do we have any?
Oh, yeah. So,
Just not here.
so there is I'm actually on the nursing floor right now. There is an amazing nursing program here. It's called the Baldwin Nursing Program. There's two schools within the Baldwin Nursing Program. You have Maria and Belanger. Belanger goes to Ellis Hospital, which is about 30 minutes away in Schenectady, and then Maria goes to Albany Med. They both have the same amount of requirements. You do have to complete courses here and at said school of Maria or Belanger, but what sets us apart from any other school is we're a 3-1 program. So you basically become a registered nurse by the end of your junior year. Fingers crossed you pass the NCLEX, but we do have like an 86% pass rate, which is insane for a 3-year program here, which sets us apart from any other school. And then you also get I think it's like your master's or your bachelor's. I'm not 100% sure on that, but you finish off here and you get to complete and then graduate at Siena as well. So you have 2 different graduations at 2 amazing schools. How you get into Maria or Belanger, it just depends on when you apply and all of that. You'll learn more about them on your tours or just by looking up the Baldwin Nursing Program.
Beautiful. That was an amazing answer. Thank you, Emma.
Thanks, I'm a tour guide.
Leia asked, what is the art scene like, including theater, music groups, etc.?
I can answer this one a little bit. I don't think any of us are in the theater program, but I have a lot of friends that are. So they do a musical and a play. They'll swap it out depending on what one they do. That specific year. I think this year it's a musical, but I could be
I
wrong.
think last year was a play.
Yeah. But
no, last year was a musical. This one's a play.
Okay. they're
Yeah.
doing a play. But either way, throughout the year, they won't just only have that play. They'll do a lot of student directed, student produced, all of that kind of stuff, more for the junior, senior levels. But then underclassmen will actually be actors or whatever you need to be for that class. But I do know our theater program is really strong here. It's a very tight-knit community, and they do a lot of things together, like movie nights. They do one every Friday night. So yeah, very, very strong program.
Yeah, we also have a club called Lost in Sound, and they do a lot of singing and kind of a cappella stuff. And for band, we have a pep band, and then we also have an orchestra club, I believe.
Yeah, we do.
Yes. How difficult is it to start a new school club?
I don't believe it's that difficult. I think you need about 5 to 10 people and an advisor, and then you just have to get it approved through the club, and boom, you have one. And then you can kind of start promoting from there and sending out the club to get more people to join. Correct me if I'm wrong, Steph.
No, you're right. Yeah, you just clear it through like a couple phases with Senate and our director of student activities, and you're good to go. I think we did just approve cricket club. Am I right, Nick?
Yeah.
She's so excited.
Are you a part of it?
I'm their number one fan. They tried to get me to play, but I just sat there cheering, which I guess they weren't really used to, but it was a great experience.
Very wholesome. Do you have to try out for club sports? I played tennis in high school and would love to keep playing while also as Siena. And then she said that she can't wait for open house next week.
See you
Um,
there.
Come and find us, please.
I don't know about all club sports, but from my experience with the club sports I've participated in, usually they don't. But like I know for like a fact, like that club soccer has tryouts.
I think club
But
baseball
like
does
I
too.
think
yeah,
it
there's like
depends on the
certain.
club.
It depends on the club, but there are definitely clubs out there, sports that you can join at Siena that does not require a tryout, and you will get like playing time, and you'll actually get to
Mhm.
learn the sport. So yeah, it depends on what club you're trying to join.
I did play club tennis my freshman year, and it's not hard to join. They play at a local facility that's like 5 minutes away, and it was super fun. Maggie asked, "Are the freshman dorms arranged in cohort by major or program?"
It's completely random. You kind of
Mhm.
just get put into a hallway. Nev and I had, I think, some volleyball players, some rugby players, some lacrosse players. Our orientation group had soccer players. Like it is just all over the place, which is so nice because you get to meet so many people in so many majors. I'm still friends with half of the people from our orientation group. I go to all of the soccer games to cheer on one of my friends who was in our orientation group, and I don't think I would have been able to have those connections if I didn't have like a random hallway, I guess I should say.
Yeah. Our next question from Emma is, when can I visit?
Open house
Anytime.
next weekend.
Open
But we are
house, and if
open
open house doesn't work, yeah.
We
No,
are
Nev,
open
you got
7
it.
days a week for a tour.
Yes,
Please
come
come
through.
And
see
and
us.
that link that's like going down the bottom of the screen, looking for that gut feeling. Yeah, and then the sienna.edu/visit. If you go to that and then click on it, oh my gosh, it'll take you to our tour page.
Oh my
And then
God.
you could have me as a
Yay!
tour guide. Mondays and Fridays, guys. Mondays and Fridays at 11 a.m. That's me. But yeah.
Beautiful. All right. For our last question, what is one word that describes Siena to all of us?
Home.
Oh, whoa, Nev.
I wanted to steal
Please.
it. It feels like home to me. It's my home.
Um,
Togetherness. That's mine.
oh,
Mm.
that was a good one.
That's a
That was
good
a good
one.
one. Guys, I'm panicking.
Community.
Kind of. No, go ahead. If you have one, I don't.
Nope.
Um,
Like, I have so many words.
like relaxed. It's just a place where I feel so calm and relaxed.
I would say genuine, authentic,
Yes,
and family.
authentic,
That's 3
fire,
words.
fire.
Family. We really are. So thank you guys so much for joining. We appreciate you guys tonight. Make sure to visit our page and hope to see you guys soon. Apply to Siena. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you
Bye.
guys.
Thank you.
Picture the university you've been dreaming of. It feels personal. Professors who know your potential and help you reach it. It feels exciting. Opportunities that start right away. It feels inspiring. Friends who challenge you and become family. It feels like purpose, learning to lead with skill and heart. And it feels possible with scholarships that recognize your achievements and open the door to it all. This is where Saints rise. This is Siena University.